Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki jai. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashita Rashita Shishmar Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudev ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashita Rashita Shishmar Bhaktivedānta Vaman Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashita Rashita Shishmar Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashita Rashita Shishmar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashita Rashita Shishmar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Śrīla Gorksharas Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannātha Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Rupa no Gauriya Guru Varga ki jai. Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath, Shar Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Shri Surup Damodar Rai Ramanandari, Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Sarva Abhishta Bhadakti Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Shri Radha Kund Shama Kund ki jai. Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi ki jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai. Shri Bhakti Devi ki jai. Shri Purnamasi Yoga Maya ki jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Shri Kshetra Mandal ki jai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Ju ki jai. Shri Jagannath Ratha-yātrā ki jai. Shri Lakshmi Devi ki jai. Lakshmi Vijayotsav ki jai. Shri Herā-pañcamī ki jai. Jai Shri Vas Thakur ki jai. Shri Swarup Damodar ki jai. Swaparshad Shri Gaur Hari ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shinitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Gaur. Shri Shamali Dhenu ki jai. So, I actually had a plan now to read, like, our song for Sharanagati today is by Srila Bhaktivedānta Thakur, and it is to go through, the song for Sharanagati today is Srila Bhaktivedānta Thakur praying in the mood of a cow. And I was getting all sorts of cow katha from, I got like 5,000 words worth just from my Gurudev's books. And then I was going to look through Srila Prabhupada and other acharyas to get a bunch of cow katha. But I ran out of time, and then I realized it's Herā-pañcamī today. And so we will read all that the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the Dashmula Shiksha program. So yeah, the day after tomorrow, we will have just cow katha. So now we're going to, we're going to read about Herā-pañcamī from the book Jagannātha Ratha-yātrā by my Śrīla Gurudev. It's chapter 10. So 1 second, let me just find it here. All right, where is it? Here it is. All right. Chapter 10. Oops. Okay, Herā-pañcamī. All right. Let's make the text bigger. Okay, there. Chapter 10. Okay. So, Shri Jagannātha Ratha-yātrā by Shri Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Goswami Maharaj, Chapter 10, Herā-pañcamī. Every year before Ratha-yātrā, thousands of clay pots are filled with water from holy places, tirthas, situated all over India. So they are brought for Lord Jagannāth's bathing festival, Śrīmad. With this water, the Abhishek of Sri Jagannath, Sri Baladev, and Sri Subhadra is performed. Because an excessive amount of water is used, they enact a pastime of illness. At that time, Lakshmi Devi takes them to her palace, where she locks the door for 15 days and cares for them. As a result, they regain their health. Lord Jagannath says to Lakshmi, Lord Jagannath Dev says to Lakshmi Ji, "My dear, due to your care, we have become healthy, but we do not like being confined to the palace for so long. We desire to wander around outside for a few days for a change of atmosphere." Lakshmi Ji asked, "Prabhu, how long will it be until you all return?" "We shall come back very soon," said Sri Jagannath. Sri Lakshmi Ji agreed to Jagannath Dev's request. There was no apprehension in her minds because Sri Baladev and Subhadra Ji were going along with him. Thus, by Lakshmi Ji's agreement, Lord Jagannath Dev, along with Sri Baladev and Subhadra Ji, mounted their chariots and left. Lakshmi Ji's exhibition of anger. When 5 days had elapsed, Lakshmi Ji began to wonder, "Where is my husband gone? He promised that he would come back very soon, but so many days have passed and he has not returned." Lakshmi Ji became incapable of tolerating Sri Jagannath's neglect of her by delaying his return. In her anger, she ordered all her maidservants to equip themselves with weapons. Then, like the commander-in-chief of an army, she set out to attack her husband. They searched and searched for Sri Jagannath until they came to the Gundicha Mandir. It was there that they searched Herati for him. Okay, so I guess Herā-pañcamī comes from the word Herati, which means search. Interesting. That is why the residents of Orissa, Utkalvasis, call this day Herā-pañcamī. And Pañcamī refers to the 5th day after the Ratha-yātrā festival, as well as the 5th day of the waxing and waning moon on the lunar calendar. Yes. Okay, so Śrīmad Mahaprabhu's desire to see Herā-pañcamī. Śrīmad Mahaprabhu called Nilachal Dwarka, and he called Gundicha Mandir Vrindavan. His purpose in doing so was to make the inhabitants of the world understand the difference between Dwarka and Vrindavan. Therefore, the day before Herā-pañcamī, Śrīmad Mahaprabhu said to Sri Kashi Mishra, I, along with my devotees, want to see the Herā-pañcamī festival." Kashi Mishra expressed Śrīmad Mahaprabhu's desire to King Prataparudra and asked the king to decorate Mahalakshmi Devi with very gorgeous gold ornaments and hold such a magnificent festival that after seeing her opulence, everyone will be struck with wonder. The king was most elated to receive such a golden opportunity to perform service to Śrīmad Mahaprabhu. He told Kashi Mishra that he could take whatever he wanted from the royal treasury. On the day of Herā-pañcamī, Kashi Mishra prepared for this pastime by getting hundreds of devotees to beautifully adorn themselves. In the morning, Śrīmad Mahaprabhu took his devotees and went inside Gundicha Mandir for darshan of Sri Jagannath Dev. He then took them to Sri Jagannath Mandir to see the Herā-pañcamī festival. Kashi Mishra treated him with great respect and had him seated in a beautiful spot next to the Singhadwar. It has been described in the previous chapter that both the Vrajvasis and Dwarkavasis have so much prem for Sri Krishna. But Sri Krishna is controlled only by the prem of the Vrajvasis. Therefore, On the day of Herā-pañcamī, Śrīmad Mahaprabhu asked Sri Sarup Damodar some questions with the purpose of establishing the glories of the Vrajvasis' prem in the world. The discussion between Śrīmad Mahaprabhu and Sri Sarup Damodar. With the desire to hear about the speciality of Ras, by comparing the Ras of Vraj to the Ras of Vaikuntha, Śrīmad Mahaprabhu, somewhat laughingly, asked Srila Sarup Damodar, Jadyapi Jagannāth koren dwarkai vihar, sahaja prakata kore parama udar, tatapi vatsar madhe hoy ekabar, vrindavana dekhite tar utkanta apar. That's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 14, verses 117 to 118. So Mahaprabhu said, although Sri Jagannāth Dev reigns in... Mahaprabhu asked Sarup Damodar, he said, although Sri Jagannāth Dev reigns in the Nilachal Mandir, which is Dwarkadam, and engages in pastimes there, thus bestowing his supreme natural compassion upon the jivas, still, once a year, he becomes overwhelmed with immense eagerness to see Vrindavan. Vrindavana samae upavana gan, taha deki bare utkantita hoy man. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 14, verse 119. Second. Okay. On both sides of the Bododanda at the Grand Road are beautiful groves. The Grand Road is the road going from Gundicha Mandir to Sri Jagannath Mandir, that big road that they bring the Ratha on. So on both sides of Bododanda are beautiful groves. Pointing toward those gardens, Śrīmad Mahaprabhu said, these gardens are identical to Vrindavan. Therefore, Sri Jagannāth Dev remains extremely eager at heart to see them. Bahir hoite kore Ratha-yātrā chal, Sundara chale jai Prabhu, chari nila chal. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, 14:120. Outwardly, Sri Jagannath mounts the chariot on the pretense of going to roam about in the gardens. In this way, he leaves Nilachal, he leaves Dwarka, and goes to Sundarachal, Vrindavan. Nana pushpo dhyane tata kele ratri dine, Lakshmi Devire shange nahi loy ki karane. That's okay. Everything that we're reading is from chapter 14 of Madhya Lila, so I'm just going to say the number. Verse 121. Bhagavan sports and plays day and night in the various flower gardens there. But why does he not take Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, with him? Only the gopis have the qualification to enter Ras Lila. Swarup kohe shuno prabhu karan ihar, Vrindavana kridate Lakshmir nahi adhikar. 122. Sarup Damodar replied, Prabhu, please listen. The reason for this is that Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, does not have the proper qualification to enter the playful pastimes of Vrindavan. Vrindavana lilai Krishner sahai gopigan, gopigana bina Krishner harite nare man. 123. In the sweet pastimes of Vrindavan, the only assistants of Sri Krishna are the gopis. But for them, no one can steal the mind of Krishna. In Dwarka, Sri Krishna has 16,000 queens, as well as 8 principal queens, headed by Satyabhama and Rukminiji. All of them are Lakshmi Swarup, meaning they are embodiments of Lakshmi. If none of these 8 principal queens have the qualification to enter Sri Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan, then what can be said about the remaining 16,000 queens? In Vrindavan, the gopis' service to Sri Krishna is performed in Parakiya Bhav, the mood of a paramour. And in Dwarka, the queens serve him in Swakiya Bhav, wedded love. Prem has two aspects: meeting, milan, and separation, viraha. Separation increases the eagerness to meet and nourishes that meeting. When there's only meeting, the waves of the bhavs of prem do not arise. In Dwarka, the queens are Sri Krishna's lawfully married wives, and there are no societal restrictions on their meeting with him. They can do so whenever they want. Therefore, their prem lacks an ever freshness. If prem has a cause, then when that cause breaks, prem also breaks. The Dwarka queen's prem for Sri Krishna is based on their marriage to him. But the gopis' prem for Sri Krishna does not depend on any societal relationship. They are married to other gopas, but their innate prem is for Sri Krishna. Furthermore, each one of the Dwarka queens has 10 sons and 1 daughter, and their love is therefore divided. But the gopis who enter Raslila do not have any children, nor do they have any relationship with their husband. They have undivided prem for Sri Krishna alone. When the gopis are married, they become the wives of others. They become paravadu. Krishna was then a man other than their husband. He was a parapurush. Therefore, they could not meet with him of their own accord. There were many obstacles to their meeting. There are many obstacles to their meeting with Krishna, such as their husband, mother-in-law, and father-in-law, other family members, and societal conventions. By any trick or excuse, the gopis were forever looking for a chance to meet with him, and Sri Krishna, hiding from his mother, father, and friends, was forever looking for a chance to meet with the gopis. All these obstacles constantly increase the intense eagerness for meeting, for milan, and they increase the joy of meeting 1,000,000 times over. Sri Krishna is supremely independent. Still, to relish such meetings, he performs such pastimes through his yogamaya potency. To possess the mood of the gopis is the one and only qualification for entering into such Vraj pastimes. Once, after hearing about the glories of Raslila, a longing to also enter Raslila awoke within Lakshmi Devi's heart, within Lakshmi Ji's heart. But because she does not possess the qualification to even enter Vrindavan, she therefore performed austerities for thousands of years on the other side of the Yamuna in Belvan. At that time, Sri Krishna came and asked her, "Why are you performing these arduous austerities?" Lakshmi Devi said, "I want to receive a boon for you, to be able to enter the Ras Lila." Sri Krishna said, "Right now, this is not possible for you." "Why not?" Lakshmi Devi asked. Sri Krishna said, "To enter Ras, it is necessary to have the body of a gopi and the identity, the abhiman of a gopi. At the end of this lifetime, you have to take birth from the womb of a gopi in Vrindavan and marry a gopa, a cowherd. After that, once you've submitted yourself to being under the shelter of the Nitya Siddha, the eternally perfected gopis, and are situated in the pure abhiman of a gopi, only then will you be able to enter the Ras Lila, not before. Those Vraj gopis who have children are also unable to enter this Ras Lila. Only those gopis who have no relationship with their husbands are able to do so. Therefore, how will you be able to enter? For this, you'll have to give up your loving feelings for Narayan and your self-conception of being a Brahmani. You'll have to deceive your cowherd husband and adopt the mood of a paramour. In this way, only after being situated in the mood of a gopi can you enter the Ras Lila." Lakshmi Devi opposed this, saying, "How can I abandon my husband Narayan? I cannot give up my chastity and desert him and then marry a cowherd." Until you are prepared to do all this, you will have to wait to enter the Ras Lila, Sri Krishna told her. For this reason, Lakshmiji is performing austerities and Belvan to this very day, but still she has not attained the necessary qualification. Everyone can desire this Gopi Prem, but it is so extremely rare that even Lakshmiji, Shankarji, Brahmaji, and so on cannot attain it. What to speak of others? In Vrindavan, Shri Krishna's mother and father, friends, and the other gopis, and the other gopas and motherly gopis have so much love for him. But here, Sri Swarup Damodar describes only his beloved gopis. In Śrīmad Bhagavatam, there is the following description. Aho bhagyam nanda gopa brajokasam yan mitram paramanandam purnam brahma sanatanam. That's Śrīmad Bhagavatam 10:14-32. Oh, how greatly fortunate are Nanda Mahārāja, all the gopas and the gopis, the animals, birds, and all other living entities residing in Vraj. There's actually no limit to their good fortune, because the abode of Paramananda, of supreme bliss, the eternal and complete Parabrahma, has descended among them and become their friends. All the gopas also serve Sri Krishna. Nanda Baba serves him as his father, and Gargacharya, Bhaguri Muni, Shandilya Rishi, and others offer him blessings as his gurus. Sudama, Subal, Marumangal, and Sri Baladev Prabhu also serve him in male form. But no one in a male body can perform the kind of service Srimati Radhika performs. Therefore, all males are forbidden to enter that place where Sri Krishna is engaged in pastimes with Srimati Radhika and the gopis. Some sakas, such as Marumangal, Subal Saka, Kokil, Bringa, and other Priyanama sakas, who have a semblance of Mahabhav, assist these pastimes of Sri Krishna only from a distance, because they are also forbidden from entering the kunjas. On the other hand, all the gopis can enter the kunjas. Therefore, Sri Swarup Damodar said that apart from the gopis, no one has the eligibility to steal Sri Krishna's heart and reign over it. Sri Krishna also confirms this statement in the Śrīmad Bhagavatam 10:32-22. Naparayeham niravadya samyujam sasaru kritam vibudayusha piba yama bhajan durjaya geha shrinkala samvrishchatadva pratiyatu sadhuna. So and this is, my Gurudev said this was his favorite verse. My darling gopis, your meeting me is faultless and pure in every respect. It is devoid of even a single iota of desire for your own happiness and is full of supremely pure love. You have demolished the tenacious bonds of household life, and having transgressed the moral laws of this world, you have lovingly served me. Even if I obtain a span of life like that of the gods, I would be unable to requite, is that how you say it, requite? Even one drop of your love, sacrifice, and service. All of you may free me from debt simply by your own gentle nature, but I am forever the debtor of your prem and will always continue to be. Shri Krishna has never said this to anyone but the gopis. It is for this reason that Swarup Damodar has described the gopis only. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most munificent. He is Mahavadanya, and he descended to this earthly plane to bestow this very gopi prem. If an intense hankering to perform service within the Ras Lila of the divine couple, Shri Radha Krishna, awakens within anyone, then that person will obtain the good fortune of entering this Ras. Only for awakening such longing within the jivas does Sriman Mahaprabhu send so many great personalities, so many Mahapurushas to this world, such as Sri Sarup Damodar, Sri Rai Ramananda, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Srila Bhaktivedānta Thakur, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, and his personal associates, his parikars, such as Srila Bhaktivedānta Keshav Goswami. Sriman Mahaprabhu's desires to know the cause of Lakshmi Devi's anger. Prabhu kohe jatra chale, Krishner gaman, Subhadra ar Baladeva, Shange dui jan. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita. Oh, sorry, I'm just saying the number. 124. Sriman Mahaprabhu again asked Sri Sarup Damodar a question. On the pretext of Ratha-yātrā, Sri Krishna went with Sri Baladev Prabhu and Sri Subhadra Devi to Gundicha Mandir, which is Vrindavan, to meet with Yashoda Maya, Nanda Baba, the Gopas, Gopis, and the rest of the Vrajavasis. He then took Sri Baladev Prabhu and Sri Subhadra Devi along with him, so that Lakshmi Devi would not suspect that he has gone to Vrindavan. Sri Baladev Prabhu had lived with Sri Krishna in Vraj until the age of 11, and Sri Subhadra Ji has great feelings of affection for the gopis. Therefore, Sri Krishna took them with him. He first went to Nanda Bhavan and met with his parents. After that, he left Baladev and Subhadra there and went alone to his beloved gopis. Sri Baladev and Subhadra Ji cannot understand Sri Krishna's confidential pastimes with the gopis, nor do they know that during the day, having made an excuse to the sakas, and during the night, without anyone coming to know, he sometimes goes to Vangshivat, sometimes to Sevakunj, sometimes to Sanket, and sometimes to Radhakunj to meet alone with the gopis. Playing with the gopis in these places, sometimes he swings on swings. Sometimes he is defeated by them in games. Sometimes the gopis stealthily steal his flute. Sometimes he plays water sports with the gopis in Shamakund and Radhakund. In this way, Sri Krishna performs many confidential sweet pastimes with the gopis. Gopi shange jato lila, hoy upavane, nigura Krishner bhav keho nahi jane. 125. No one can understand the confidential moods of Krishna in all the pastimes that take place with the gopis in the kunjas. Even Yashoda Maya does not know about these confidential pastimes. Only Yogamaya Purnamasi Devi, Vrinda Devi, Dhanishta, and Kundalata, etc. know of them. Shri Krishna's Priya Namasakas, such as Subal and Madhumangal, know something about them, but even then, they do not have entrance in those pastimes. Therefore, Sri Subhadra Devi and Sri Baladev Prabhu cannot understand why Sri Krishna has come to Vrindavan. Lakshmi Devi was thinking that Sri Jagannātha was wandering about with Sri Baladev Prabhu and Subhadra Ji, and that he would soon return to Dwarka. Ataev Krishner prakatye nahi, Ataev Krishner prakatye nahi kichu dosh, tabe kene Lakshmi Devi kore eto rosh. 126. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then asked, therefore, since Sri Jagannātha has not committed any perceivable offense to Sri Lakshmi Devi, why does she become so angry with him? Sri Sarup Damodar replied, Sarup kohe prem bhatir eto sabhav, kanter odasya leshe hoy krodha bhav. It's 127. It is natural for a girl wrapped in love to become angry upon her lover showing her the slightest bit of neglect. This is why Lakshmi Ji was in Man. Heno kale kochita jahe vividha ratana, suvarner chodola kori arohana, chatra chamar dvaja patakar, chatra chamar dvaja patakar gan, nana vadya Age nache devadasi gan. Tambul Samputa Jhari Vyajana Chamar Sate Dasi Shattahara Divya Pushambar Anekayash Aishwarya Shange Bahu Parivar Kruda Hoya Lakshmi Devi Aila Singha Dwar. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita, sorry, verses 128 to 131. Has anybody here been for the Herā-pañcamī, like in Jagannath Puri? Yeah, it's very interesting. Anyways, it's not quite like it's not quite as elaborate though as explained here in Chaitanya Charitamrita. At that moment, everyone saw that. Anyways, everyone saw that Lakshmi Devi came there riding on a golden, gem-studded palanquin. Her maidservants accompanied her, carrying umbrellas, chamars, and flags. The other maidservants were playing various musical instruments, and the Devdasis were dancing. Everybody knows the Devdasis, right? Who they take a vow at a very young age that their life is for Jagannath, so they don't marry anybody, and every day their whole life is dedicated to Jagannath. They dance for Jagannath like that, and as Devdasis. So hundreds of maidservants surrounded her on all sides, carrying boxes of pan of betel nuts, small water containers with a sprout for sprinkling water, fans, and chamars. These maidservants were all adorned with divine ornaments. With her many associates and exhibiting vast opulence, Lakshmi Devi came to the Singhadwar, filled with anger. Yeah, and if you're it's so neat. Like it's the only time you ever see a Thakurji in action, like really angry. All of the servants of Jagannath come with the palanquin, and they think a lot of the way they like run, and she's like going up and down, and then they stop in front of their chariot, and they play this war horn, like and then anyways, it's very very exciting. Jagannather mukhya jata bhritya gane Lakshmi Devir dasi gan koren bandhane Pandhiya aniya pare Lakshmir charane Chore danda kore jeno loy nana dhane Achenat Achetanavat tare kore Achetanavat tare koren tarane Nana mata gali den bhanda vachane Lakshmi shange dasi ganer pragalbya dekhiya hase Mahaprabhur gan muke hasta diya. Verses 132 to 135. On the order of Lakshmi ji, her maidservants grabbed the chief servants of Sri Jagannath. They began to bind them with ropes, and then threw them at Lakshmi Devi's feet. She proceeded to punish them as if they had stolen a vast amount of wealth. Those maidservants assailed them with many abuses and harsh words as if Jagannath's servants were ignorant fools. Seeing the boldness and expertise of Lakshmi Devi and her associates, Mahaprabhu and his associates covered their mouth and began to laugh. Lakshmi ji departs for Gundicha Mandir. After this, Lakshmi ji began to move toward the Sri Gundicha Mandir along with her maidservants. Śrīmad Mahaprabhu, also accompanied by all his devotees, followed just behind to see the bhavs of Lakshmi Devi. Damodar kahe aiche maner prakar Trijagate kaha dekhi shuni nai ar manini nirutsahe chhare vibhushan bhume boshi nokhele ke malin badan Purve satya bhamar shuni evam vidaman vraje gopi ganirman raser nidhan iho nija sampati sab prakata koriya priyera Uparajaya Sainya Sajaya. 136 to 139. Sri Sarup Damodar said, "Never before have I seen or heard of such astonishing man anywhere within the three worlds. Usually, a woman in man becomes morose, throws off all her ornaments, and sits on the ground. Because she is filled with anger and distress, she looks dejected. She begins to write something by scratching her nails on the ground. Previously, when Satyabhamaji had exhibited man, her condition was just like this. So what can be said of the man of the gopis? Their man is the treasury, the crown jewel of ras. But here, in the case of Lakshmiji, the exact opposite is shown. Bedecked in all her wealth and opulence, she and her army have prepared to make an attack on her beloved. What kind of man is this? The man of the gopis. Sriman Mahaprabhu asked, how many kinds of man are there in the Vraj gopis? Sri Sarup Damodar said, the gopis man is of hundreds of types, and there are many divisions of heroines, according to their nature and their propensity and the propensity of their prem. Man arises in the heroine in accordance with those divisions. It is not possible to describe all the different types of man, and therefore I can only give a general overview by describing a few divisions. The gopis man is sometimes aroused by a cause, and sometimes without any cause. Haituki and ahaituki, right? I think that's what it was. Yeah. Man is an advanced stage of prem that manifests after sthāyi bhav, one's permanent sentiment, is attained. There are 5 kinds of sthāyi bhav, right? Which is Shantadasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. And they never change. When Vibhav, Anubhav, Satvik Bhav, and Vyabhichari Bhav all mix together on a platform of sthāyi bhav, then bhakti ras is produced. In the sadhak's heart, should we go over what Vibhav, Anubhav, Satvik Bhav, Vyabhichari Bhav is? Okay, let's just go quickly. So Vibhav is that which causes one to relish one's relationship with Krishna. Yeah, and that's divided into 3 parts, right? There's the alambanam, the udipan, and anyways, whatever. I'm just going to read this. Anubhav is visible actions that reveal spiritual emotions. Satvik Bhav, 8 symptoms of spiritual ecstasy. Vyabhichari Bhav, 33 spiritual emotions that arise from one's permanent sentiment. So all these ingredients of ras mixed together on the platform of sthāyi bhav, their permanent feelings for Shri Krishna, as Dasa Sakya Vatsalya Madhurya. Then so when these all mix together, then bhakti ras is produced. In the sadhak's heart, first rati arises, and then after some time, by the mercy of a ragatmika bhakta of Goloka Vrindavan, the permanent foundation of prem, sthāyi bhav, manifests in his heart. What is the nature of prem? Even when there is every reason for the prem to break, it only increases more and more. In prem, there is not even the slightest trace of desire for one's own happiness. The gopis' objective is simply to please Shri Krishna, and Shri Krishna's objective is to please the gopis. The mutual love of conditioned souls of this world is not selfless, and therefore, when there's just a little harm to one's self-interest, the connection of love breaks. After prem comes the stage of sneha, in which the devotee's heart melts. Then sneha, in which the devotee's heart melts immediately upon seeing Shri Krishna, and streams of tears continuously flow from his eyes. There are 2 kinds of sneha, Grita sneha and Madhu sneha. Srimati Radhika and the Sakis in her group have Madhu sneha, and Chandravali and the Sakis in her group have Grita sneha. The gopis with Madhu sneha possess the mood that Shri Krishna is theirs, whereas the gopis with Grita sneha think that I am Krishna's. It's raining. After Sneha, the mood of Pranay arises. Can you hear the rain in the background? I have noise suppression turned on, so hopefully it's good enough. Okay, I think so. After Sneha, the mood of Pranay arises, in which the gopis' Sneha increases so much that they consider themselves and Krishna to be one soul in two bodies. After Pranay comes the stage of after Pranay comes the stage of Man, but sometimes Man arises before the stage of Pranay. The gopis have a firm conviction that if they go into Man, then Sri Krishna will surely come to pacify them. This alone is the purpose of their Man. There are unlimited moods within Srimati Radhika. Among them, 360 are prominent, and therefore, there are basically 360 kinds of gopis. Each gopi has a different mood. Each gopi has a different mood, and all their moods are embodied in Srimati Radhika. All moods are embodied in Srimati Radhika. All the gopis are her Kaya Vyuha, her direct expansions, and their moods manifest by her desire. Lalita is prakara. She is bold and outspoken. Some gopis are gentle and sober, dhira, and some are restless, adhira. When Sri Sarup Damodar explained all this, Sriman Mahaprabhu said, I want to hear about the bhavs that are beyond this. Sri Sarup Damodar said, when those gopis who have the mood, I belong to Krishna, when they are in Man, they do not speak cutting words to him. So these are all the gopis in Chandravali's group. They just weep. However, when the gopis who have the mood that Krishna is mine, the Madhusneha gopis, then when they exhibit Man, then with tears flowing from their eyes and being filled with anger, they pierce Krishna with the arrows of their harsh words. Once, when Sri Krishna went to Radhaji, his face and arms bore black and reddish, his face and arms bore black and red marks. Seeing this, Radhaji thought that these marks were from his amorous play, his vilas, with other gopis. She then exhibited Man. With sarcasm, she sweetly said, "Oh, you have come. You look most exhausted. Please rest for a little while." She gave him a place to sit and shot a sidelong glance at his face. And through that glance, she's saying, "You are looking very beautiful. You look just like Mahadev Shankarji." Nilrohi Ruddha Shankarji's complexion is a combination of blue, black, and red. In this way, Sri Radhaji compared Sri Krishna to Shankarji. Sriman Mahaprabhu and Srila Sarup Damodar Goswami became so absorbed in discussing the moods of the Vrajavasis that they did not even notice that Lakshmiji's chariot had reached Gundicha Mandir. Now the pastime of Lakshmi Devi arriving at Gundicha Mandir is being described. One second. Okay. When Lakshmi realized that Sri Krishna had left Nilachal, that he had left Dwarka to go to Sundarachal, to Vrindavan, her anger suddenly increased. What? Srivasa hasiya kohe shuno damodar, amar Lakshmir dekho sampati vistar, Vrindavanir sampad dekho pushpa kishaloi, giridhatu shiki picha gunja falmoy. Verse 203 to 204. Srivas Thakur, laughing, said to Sri Sarup Damodar, "My dear friend, just see the extent of the unlimited opulence of my Lakshmiji. Vrindavan's treasure merely consists in some flowers, creepers, minerals from the hills, peacock feathers, and gunja berries. In Vrindavan, Sri Krishna does not even have a gold crown on his head. He bears only a flute made of bamboo, a peacock feather, a pitambar, and a flower garland. Vrindavana dekibare gela Jagannātha, Shuni Lakshmi Devir mane hoilo asoyat." Eto sampatti chari kene gela Vrindavan. Tare hasya korite Lakshmi korila sajan. 205 to 206. Srivas Thakur continued. Upon hearing that Sri Jagannath-ji has gone to see that Vrindavan, the heart of my Swamini, Sri Lakshmi, has become saddened. Why has Sri Jagannath-ji gone to why has he gone to Vrindavan, leaving behind so much wealth and opulence? Just to make a mockery of this, Lakshmi-ji has set out with her entire opulence and wealth. Then the maidservants of Lakshmi, then the maidservants of Lakshmi-ji said to the servants of Lord Jagannath Dev. Maybe I should move to the side. I'll stay here. Okay. Tomar Thakur deko eto sampatti chari patra phal phula lobhe gela pushpa bari e karma kore kaha vidagda shiromani Lakshmir agrete nija prabhure deho ani. 207 to 208. Your master Jagannath, abandoning the great opulence of Lakshmi-ji, went into the flower garden, greedy for some leaves, fruits, and flowers. Your master is the crest jewel of the clever. So why is he showing such foolishness? Quickly, very quickly, present your master before Lakshmi Devi. Okay, so this is the maid. Oh, sorry, that's the maid servants of Lakshmi Ji, talking to the servants of Jagannath. Eto boli Lakshmir shab dasi, say, Eto boli Lakshmira sab dasi gane, kati vastre bandi ane prabhur nija gane. Lakshmir charane ane korai pranati, dhana danda loy ar korai minati, rater upare kore. Can't believe this. I think I'm going to move back to my room. No, I'll sit on a chair. Okay, I'm okay now. That was Shamali. She just peed. I didn't get it. Okay. So, saying this, the maidservants of Lakshmi arrested the servants of Jagannath and bounds them by throwing cloth around their waist. They then brought them to Lakshmi-ji and made them offer pranam at her feet. As punishment, they took their wealth and had them make a humble entreaty to her. They even beat Sri Jagannath's chariot with sticks. They treated Jagannath's servants just like thieves. Sada bhritya gana kohe joda kori hata kali ani divo tomar age Jagannath. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila. Sorry, I'm not reading this. That's 212. Finally, Lord Jagannath's servants came before Lakshmi Devi with folded hands and said, "We will bring Lord Sri Jagannath before you tomorrow." Having fined and punished Sri Jagannath's servants, Lakshmi Devi, upon hearing them make this promise, released them and went to her abode pacified. Srivas Pandit said to Sri Sarup Damodar, "It is not possible to describe my Lakshmi-ji's wealth in words. Your gopis make ghee, yogurt, butter, and so forth from the milk of their cows. This is how they make their livelihood. They live in kunjas and bowers, and not in the big palaces of Mathura and Dwarka. They make their ornaments from forest flowers, whereas Dwarkavasis have ornaments of gold, pearls, diamonds, and jewels. And my Thakurani sits on a jeweled throne." Hearing the words of Srivas Pandit, who was in the mood of Sri Naraji, the devotees of Sriman Mahaprabhu burst out laughing. "Prabhu kohe Srivas tomate Narad svabhav." Aishwarya bhave tomate Ishwar prabhav. This Srila Bhaktivedānta Gosvāmī should always quote this. Iho damodar swarup Shuddha brajavasi Aishwarya na jane iho Shuddha preme bhasi. 216 to 217. Śrīmad Mahaprabhu said, Shrivas, your nature is just like that of Sri Narad. By the Lord's influence, you are only attracted to the mood of opulence, Aishwarya. But this Swarup Damodar is a Shuddha Vrajavasi, is a pure Vrajavasi. He does not know Aishwarya. He simply remains immersed in pure prem. The majesty of Vrindavan. Swarup kohe Shrivas, Shuno Savadhane, Vrindavana Sampar, Tomar, Vrindavana Sampar Tomar, Nahi Pode Mane. Vrindavane Sahajika Jay Sampati Sindhu, Dwaraka Vaikunta Sampat, Tar Ekabindu. That's 218 to 219. Sri Swarup Damodar said, Shrivas, just listen attentively. Do you not know the transcendental opulence of Vrindavan? The natural opulence of Vrindavan is vast like an ocean. The opulence of Dwarka and Vaikunta is not equal to even a drop of that ocean. Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpa Taravo Truma Bhumischinta Maniganamai Toyam Amritam Kathaganam Natyam Ganam Gamanamapi Vangshi Priyasaki Chidanandam Jyoti Paramapitara Shvadyamapicha. That's the 56th verse of Brahma Samhita. However much opulence the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, however much opulence Krishna has, is fully manifested in his own abode, Vrindavan. There, the earth is made of wish-fulfilling Chintamani jewels, and the houses are made of jewels. Even the maidservants there wear ankle bells made of Chintamani gems. There, all the trees are desire trees, they're Kalpavriksha. But the Vrajavasis only desire fruits and flowers from them. The limitless cows there are all wish-fulfilling cows, they're Kamadhenus. But the Vrajavasis beg only milk from them, not any other kind of wealth. The Vrajavasis' ordinary speech is song, and their natural walk, a dance. The water of that abode is nectar. With its own transcendental radiance, that abode illuminates itself. The Lakshmis there, that is the gopis, defeat the Lakshmi of Vaikunta and Dwarka with their astonishing qualities. There, Shri Krishna's Vangshi flute itself performs the activities of a dearmost friend, a Priya Saki. And then there's a footnote here. It says Brahma Samhita verse 56. This is a translation, exact translation. One second. In Golokadam, Vangshi is the dearmost friend, the Priya Saki, because by the waves of her sweet voice, she first informs Shri Krishna, the dearmost friend, the Priya Saki, the flute. She's so dear because by the waves of her sweet voice, she first informs Shri Krishna's beloved gopis about where Shri Krishna is happily engaged in his pastimes. And then, exerting a powerful attraction upon them, she brings them to that very place. Nice. All glories to the Vangshi. Krishna is the crown jewel among connoisseurs of ras. He's a rasik shekhar. And that is why he wants to relish the ras of Unnata Ujjvala Prem, the supremely elevated, resplendent love of the gopis. He is not fully satisfied by any other sentiment of love. This Unnata Ujjvala ras is only within the gopis of Vrindavan, and therefore, leaving aside the opulence displayed in the abode of Dwarka, Shri Krishna always resides in Vrindavan, which is full of madhurya. Upon hearing the glories of Vrindavan from Shri Swarup Damodar, Shivas Pandit's mood changed. He became absorbed in the mood of Madhumanga, Shri Krishna's dear Sakha and Raj. Absorbed in the mood of Raj, he began to dance and loudly laugh while making a funny sound by squeezing air out of his armpit with his cupped hands. That's called Bhagal Bhajana, playing the armpit. After hearing the glories of the pure prem of Sri Radhaji, Sriman Mahaprabhu too became even more immersed in prem, and he began to dance, and Sri Sarup Damodar began to perform kirtan. The difference between the mood of Aishwarya and Madhurya. One second, just checking everything is going well. I never looked at Facebook. I forgot to check. Not Facebook, the restream thing. Don't even know if it's running okay. Okay, it looks like it. Okay. Here the question arises that if Shri Krishna has so much love for the Vrajavasis, why did he go to Mathura and Dwarka and leave them burning in the agony of separation from him? The explanation for this is that Shri Krishna cannot abandon any devotee. For this reason, he went there to fulfill the desires of the devotees in Mathura and Dwarka. One second, just checking my mic. Okay. Yeah. So it's for this reason that he went to fulfill the desires of the devotees in Mathura and Dwarka. The following question is then raised. After bringing joy to the devotees of Mathura and Dwarka, why did he not return to Vrindavan? The reason for this is that if Shri Krishna had returned to Vrindavan at that time, then Jarasandha would have come to know that Shri Krishna is the son of Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya. To take revenge on Shri Krishna for causing Kamsa's death, he would have attacked Vraj. And Vraj, there's no system to protect it. There's no system to protect it from outsiders. Nor was there any fort, nor did Nanda Baba have any soldiers. Jarasandha would have easily destroyed all of Vraj and imprisoned Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya, just as Kamsa had imprisoned Sri Vasudeva and Devaki. This is the external reason for Shri Krishna's not returning to Vraj. But there are also many other confidential reasons for this. Could Shri Krishna not have come by Vrindavan from time to time? He could have just come from time to time to pacify the Vrajavasis, especially the gopis who were enduring the agony of separation from him. Couldn't he have just come from time to time? The reason he did not do so is because the very bodies of the gopis are made of separation. When Shri Krishna was in Vrindavan, even a moment's separation from him used to seem like eons for the gopis. And when he went to Mathura, their feeling of separation intensified immensely. When a droplet of water falls on a hot frying pan, it instantly sizzles and evaporates, turning into steam. And the temperature of the frying pan increases rather than decreases. In the same way, the gopis' agony of separation is like a hot frying pan, and Shri Krishna's meeting them for a few days would be like a drop of water, intensifying their burning and separation. Some people may ask the following question. Shri Krishna delivered the sleeping Mathuravasis to Dwarka in the middle of the night, thus showing that he can make the impossible possible. But why did he not take Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maya, his Sakas, Gopis, and other Vrajavasis to Dwarka? In Dwarka, he had numerous, enormous palaces, not only for each of his queens, but also for Vasudeva and Devaki, Akrura, Uddhav, and so on. When thousands and millions of Mathuravasis used to live there, could he have not made beautiful arrangements for the Vrajavasis to stay there also? The reason Shri Krishna did not do this is that Mathura and Dwarka are lands of Aishwarya. They are lands of majesty and opulence. And Vrindavan is the land of Madhurya, of charming sweetness. Aishwarya and Madhurya cannot simultaneously exist in one place. The moods of Vrindavan can never manifest in Dwarka, and the moods of Dwarka can never manifest in Vrindavan. These two bhavs are opposite. and putting them together is called rasa-bhas, the overlapping of mellows. To understand this, it is first of all necessary to understand the meaning of Madhurya and Aishwarya bhavs. In Dwarka, there's complete majesty, there's complete vaibhav. There, the Yadu dynasty regards Sri Krishna as the complete supreme controller, Parameshwar. Sometimes, Sri Krishna even assumes his four-armed form there. In Vrindavan, on the other hand, only Madhurya Bhav is displayed. Aishwarya Bhav remains covered by Madhurya Bhav. And there's an example given of in Vrindavan. I've said this so many times, maybe you've like, yeah, anyways, it's a famous example. But like, let's compare Aishwarya to salt and Madhurya to water. So if you have a cup of, like a glass of water, and you just put a teaspoon of salt in it, the water becomes very salty. And so, you know, there's Madhurya, there's some Madhurya in Dwarka like that, but the Aishwarya, that little bit of Aishwarya is just overpowering the Madhurya. But in Vraj, the Madhurya is like a rushing river. And so even though you might throw a big bag of salt in the rushing river, when you taste the water of the river, it won't be salty, because there's that much Madhurya that even though there's more opulence in Vrindavan, then you can't even detect it because the Madhurya is just so overpowering. So, Aishwarya Bhav remains covered by Madhurya Bhav in Vraj. There, Sri Krishna took birth from the womb of Mother Yashoda. As a tiny baby, he could not even turn over without his mother's help. He used to feel hungry frequently, and if he did not get butter, he would become angry and break clay pots. He'd break the clay pots of yogurt. Sometimes he would steal butter from the houses of the Vraj gopis. Once, on breaking a pot of yogurt in his own home, Mother Yashoda bound Sri Krishna to a grinding mortar. She always considered Sri Krishna to be her son, having been born from her womb. The idea that he is the complete absolute, that he's Purna Brahma and the supreme controller, Parameshwar, never enters her heart. This alone is Madhurya Bhav. If she considered Sri Krishna to be Purna Brahma, she would never have been able to scold him. When it is said that Vrindavan is the land of Madhurya, one should not think that Aishwarya is lacking there. Goloka Vrindavan is the foundation of all other abodes. All the Aishwarya that is manifested in other abodes is only a fraction of the Aishwarya in Vrindavan. But in Vrindavan, Madhurya Bhav is so strong that it covers such Aishwarya, which is allowed to manifest only when appropriate for Leela. Even though there's Aishwarya Bhav in Vrindavan, Krishna performs human-like pastimes there, just like an ordinary boy. For example, the demoness Putana came to Gokul in the guise of a beautiful woman. Lovingly, like quote unquote lovingly, calling 6-day-old Krishna her dear son. She took him on her lap and began to feed him her breast milk. She had applied deadly poison to her breasts. Her intention in coming to Vraj was to kill him. As soon as he saw her, he closed his eyes as if afraid of her and began to suck on her breasts. And if you see the Acharya's commentaries, I think forgot how many reasons. There's like 6 reasons or 4 reasons, I can't remember, for him closing his eyes. It goes through all the details like that. But while he was sucking on her breasts, he began to suck out her life as well. The pain in her breasts was tremendous, and she began to loudly cry, "Leave me, leave me." Putana had the strength of 10,000 elephants, but she could not free herself from Sri Krishna's grasp. To save her life, she transformed into her real form and flew into the sky. But Sri Krishna easily took away her life. Bhagavan Sri Krishna, in the form of a tiny, helpless baby, killed such a strong witch as Putana and revealed his godhood and majesty. When Sri Krishna was only 7 years of age, he, smiling, lifted Govardhan hill on his little finger and held it there for 7 days as easily as an elephant lifts a lotus flower with its trunk, all the while standing in his charming threefold bending form. All the cowherd boys held up their sticks and supported Govardhan, thinking that they themselves were holding up the hill. Nanda Maharaj prayed to his worshipful form of Bhagavan, "O Nārayaṇa, please do not allow this mountain to fall down." And what can be said of the gopis? They are the very Shakti of Krishna. Radhaji looked at Govardhan with a piercing sidelong glance and said, "If you fall, you will burn to ashes." In this way, everyone was helping in accordance with their own bhavs, thinking that without their assistance, Sri Krishna would not be able to hold up Govardhan alone. Without assuming a huge form or four-armed one, Sri Krishna lifted Govardhan hill and displayed his great majesty, his Aishwarya. Even if Aishwarya is displayed in Bhagavan's human-like pastimes, they're still called Madhurya-filled pastimes. In Vrindavan, Krishna is the friend of all the gopas. He is the beloved of all the young gopis, and he is the son of all the motherly gopis. This mood is not in Dwarka. There, only the mood of majesty and opulence is prominent. In Dwarka, Sri Krishna identifies himself as being a Kshatriya and the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. In Vrindavan, however, he considers himself to be a Gopa and the son of Nanda Baba and Yashoda. If the Mathuravasis and Vrajavasis all live together in Dwarka, then whose son would Sri Krishna call himself? In Dwarka, Sri Krishna is a king, and therefore he would not be able to go out cowherding with his sakas. He would not be able to give up his gem-studded golden crown and don the crown of a crown of peacock feathers. Due to the presence of the 16,108 queens, he could not play his flute there to call the gopis to the Ras dance. If all the gopas and gopis were to come to Dwarka, the union of the two bhavs would give rise to the defect of ras abhas, the overlapping of mellows. The elevated mood of Vrindavan can never arise in Dwarka. In Vrindavan, Sri Krishna carries his flute and wears a peacock feather, and he displays his beautiful threefold bending form as Manmata, he who enchants Cupid, Kamadev himself. Sri Krishna's topmost pastime place, Giriraj Govardhan, as well as Sri Vrindadevi, who arranges his sweet pastimes, could never abandon Vraj and go to Dwarka. Sri Krishna cannot perform Ras Leela in Dwarka, and so the gopis would never go there. Sri Krishna can never be there in his complete Swarup. He resides there in his manifestation of Vasudeva, because Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna never gives up his Swarup of Rajendra Nandan Sham Sundar and could never abandon Vrindavan. Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Jai, Jai Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai, Sarva Vrajavasi Gana ki Jai, Sarva Vraja Devi Gana ki Jai, Shri Vishabhanu Nandini Srimati Radha Thakurani ki Jai, Rajendra Nandan Sham Sundar Shri Krishna Chandra ki Jai, Jai. All right, I'll just do a short Mahamantra and then we'll end for today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विक गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय। नित्यालीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अश्रुत रशत शिशुमार भक्तिवेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्यालीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अश्रुत रशत शिशुमार भक्तिवेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यालीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अश्रुत रशत शिशुमार भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यालीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अश्रुत रशत शिशुमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यालीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अश्रुत रशत शिशुमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यालीला प्रविष्ट महाभागवत श्री गौरकिशोर बाबूजी महाराज की जय। नित्यालीला प्रविष्ट श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्यालीला प्रविष्ट वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानु गौरिया गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदा जी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम जय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्यामा कुंड की जय। श्री मुन देवी कंग देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। जय श्री Herā-pañcamī तिथि की जय। श्री लक्ष्मी देवी की जय। सर्वव्रजवासी गण की जय। सर्वव्रज देवी गण की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो हाँ गोपी गो गण की जय। जय श्री विश्वभन जय श्री ब्रजेंद्र नंदन श्याम सुंदर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। श्री विश्वभानु नंदिनी श्रीमती राधा ठाकुरानी की जय। जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। जय श्री चैतन्य चरितमृत की जय। श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी पाद की जय। जय श्री स्वरूप दामोदर की जय। श्री राय रामानंद की जय। श्री श्री श्रीवास ठाकुर की जय। जय स्वापार्षद श्री गौर हरि की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र सुदर्शन चक्र जू की जय। जगन्नाथ रथ यात्रा महामहोत्सव की जय। श्री नीलाचल धाम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। श्री कुंदीच मंदिर की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Shinitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. The Jagannātha Ratha-yātrā book by my Srila Gurudev ki jai. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Dandavat pranams everybody. Satya Mataji, Shri Devi Didi, Ashray Prabhu, Shubhananda Prabhu, Manjari Didi, Indira Mataji, Champak Mataji, Nitai Mukesh, and let's see on YouTube and Facebook, Vidya Lala Sadidi, Suman Shil, and all the other devotees watching. I only see the names of those who wrote comments. Also pronouns to everybody watching in the future, watching the replay. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing the Dashmula Shiksha program with Chandramukhi Didi. So the day after tomorrow, we will have a special Srila Bhaktivedānta Thakur's prayer in the mood of a cow. And I found lots of katha from our acharyas on how much Krishna loves his cows. So it's nice. Yeah, anyways, there's a lot to read on that. I might be too much for one reading, actually. Maybe we'll split it into 2 days. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Dandavad pranams. Does anybody have anything that they want to mention before I end this video for today? All right. See you all day after tomorrow. Hari Bol. Oops. Why did I do that? Here.